The thing I've noticed is I keep seeing these videos that say, oh, you should retire now and retire as soon as possible and don't wait. You really don't need as much money for retirement as you think. What are you waiting for? It's been shown working one more year, you really won't gain that much more. So you should just retire now. The thing that's starting to bother me watching these videos is I can't help but think a lot of these YouTubers are telling people what they want to hear in order to get views on YouTube. I was born in 1965. So this year, 2025, is the year that I turned the big 6-0. 60 years old. I can't believe it. The time just flies by. But anyway, the last couple years I've been thinking a lot about retirement. I'm still working full-time right now, but a couple years ago and especially now I'm starting to think a lot about when to retire. Turning 60 is, I guess, the time when most people really start thinking about it. I don't have a pension, just the 401k. And in my company, there's really no set time for retirement. It's just kind of up to me to decide when I have enough savings and when I want to quit working, really. So yeah, I've been thinking a lot about it, retirement, and I've been watching a lot of stuff on YouTube about retirement, and I've seen a lot of videos about when you should retire and how much money you should have and how much money other people have, how much savings they have, how much, all these crazy videos, how much other people have in their 401ks and at this age and that age, and how much money these people have. And when I've sort of, in watching these videos, I've sort of noticed something. And the thing I've noticed is I keep seeing these videos that say, oh, you should retire now and retire as soon as possible and don't wait, your money will last longer than you think, and don't wait any longer. You really don't need as much money for retirement as you think. What are you waiting for? You can make it work. It's been shown working one more year, you really won't gain that much more. You really won't save that much more money, and the stress of working will reduce your lifespan anyway, and so you should just retire now. And you don't want to wait till you have health problems. And I get all that. I understand that, certainly, yeah, I mean, it would be great to retire sooner rather than later for the health aspects, for sure. And so I totally understand that. But it's all this balancing thing of, I mean, I'm thinking about, well, how long do I think I'm going to live, you know, and how much money do I need for that? And of course, if I know I'm not going to live long, then of course I've probably got enough, you know. But anyway, all these videos, the thing that's starting to bother me watching these videos is I can't help but think a lot of these YouTubers are telling people what they want to hear in order to get views on YouTube. You know, I think they're just telling people what they want to hear and put a thumbnail or a title of the video, you know, retire early, you can retire now. And of course, people are going to click on it. That's what they want to hear. I mean, when you think about it, there's so many people that are in this age range, you know, 60 years old, around there. Man, they're just sick of working. They just want to retire so bad, but they know they don't have enough money saved, right? I mean, it's hard to do, you know, and now it's like, at this point, what are people going to do if they don't have enough money saved? And so a lot of these people at this point, they're kind of desperate for good news, you know. They want to retire very badly. They have some money, but probably not enough, you know, a lot of people. So they go on YouTube, and of course, I mean, they want to hear, oh, you don't need as much money as you think, you know. And so they're going to click on these videos and watch these videos. I mean, I know when I watch these videos, yeah, I feel good, man. I'm like charged up. I'm like, yeah, let's just do it and retire. And I probably don't need it. Maybe I don't need as much money as I think. And so, yeah, I love hearing it. But it's gotten to the point. I mean, I've you know, they're not all. I don't. You know, they're not all that way. I've also seen some videos where people say, oh, we regret retiring too soon. You know, and they regret it. They should have worked longer. But at least one of those I saw, I mean, it was this couple that retired at like 50 years old, you know. I mean, it was kind of extreme. And of course that was too early, you know, and so it's been that, you know, but it just seems like the majority of what I've seen is, yeah, you can do it, you can retire, you don't need as much money as you think, you know, and that kind of thing. I mean, you know, I'm paraphrasing, maybe they don't literally say that, but that's the impression a lot of these videos are giving. And so it's gotten to the point, I was watching a lot of them for a while, but it's gotten to the point where you start to think, man, am I being played here? You know, am I falling for a scam or something? I mean, they're making it sound like easy and there'll be no problems. And so I'm just wondering if anybody else out there has noticed this or is getting the same feeling from these videos, that it's just YouTubers telling people what they want to hear in order to get views. That's definitely the feeling I'm starting to get. But anyway, just wondering if anybody else out there is getting that feeling from, if they've watched any of these videos about retirement and in particular when to retire. It just seems like I was saying, a ripe area for, if you're at this you and you're just so tired of your work and your job and you really want to retire, you're just kind of desperate for good news that maybe you can do it with the money you have. And it seems like a ripe area for YouTubers to get views, to take advantage of that and tell people they can probably retire sooner than they think at this point. But you know, having said that, I mean, a lot of them, you know, they give the pros and cons of it. They do. And they do tell you the downsides of retiring too early. And they've got a good point, you know. I mean, you know, I still, knock on wood, I still feel good, you know, health-wise. Knock on wood, it still feel okay, you know, healthy. And yeah, it'd be great to just retire now. I mean, there's a lot of, I'm very active. I do a lot of outdoor activities, running, bike riding, hiking, road trips, everything. I mean, like I said, I can't believe I'm going to be 60 years old. I still feel like I'm in my 20s. So yeah, it'd be great to retire right now, but it's this big balancing thing of how long do I think I'm going to live, frankly, versus how much money I have, and whether it'll last the whole time. That's like one of the biggest fears I hear in retirement, is if I'm going to run out of money. So these YouTubers have a point. They definitely have a point. That's why I love watching these videos and hearing, you know, encouragement that I should retire, you know, sooner rather than later, and that it's not worth just working a couple more years or whatever. So anyway, let me know if anybody out there watches this and has noticed the same thing. Let me know if you agree or disagree. As for me and the timing of retirement, like I said, I've been thinking a lot about it, and so I will say I'm about to be 60, and so far my plan is to wait another year or two. And at this point, I've thought a lot about it. I have some reasons for that, but I think I'll save that for another video. So if you might be interested in hearing those reasons, go ahead and please consider subscribing. I'm just getting started here with this channel on YouTube, and it's kind of a reaction to watching all these other videos. I just wanted to have some real discussion, and so please consider subscribing to this channel. And if you like the video, please press the like button. All right, thanks for watching.